for some reason. Oh, so y'all all right? You hanging in there? Okay. I have a gentleman coming in towards the back. He is not very tall. I'm 5'5". I'm going to say at most he's 5'8". He might even be 5'5". He has like a crew cut kind of thing, and it's gray, and he has a belly. It's funny. He's like a male version of me with a crew cut. That's great. He's got glasses on, and he's short legs. His legs feel shorter than mine. He's funny. Now, and he also has this little bit of a curvature of the spine up on his shoulder, so he's kind of standing like this. Now, hold on a minute. Yes, thank you. He gives me the feeling of a quick passing, or there was a fall related to his passing, and I'll tell you what he's showing me as being on the floor, which for me could be quick passing or a fall related to the passing. He's also given me this feeling that he is definitely the man that had his own chair. He had his lazy boy, he had his spot. He would share the remote though, he says. He would do that. And he does have a walk, like I want to waddle a little bit when I connect with him. I want to say this man is around 80, somewhere around 82, 85. He gives me the feeling of being unconscious or asleep at the time of his passing. He draws me to my kidneys. When they do that, it means there was either kidney issues and or diabetes, okay? And so he's talking about that. He's showing me being in parades. So I'm not sure what the parade thing is, but he's showing me something about parades. And he's also showing me putting up a flag that could be a sign of previous military, or he flew his own flag, or put a flag up at school or something like that. I don't know, but he's showing me the American flag. He is also having me feel like I want to cough, which is not my cold at the moment. And he's talking to me about that having something to do with either he was a smoker at some point or he had a lung issue, okay? So can anybody take this gentleman? I feel like I'm back here towards the back. And all the way back, okay. All right, so are you all together for this one man? Okay, do me a favor, folks, come up front. Caitlin will bring you up towards the front so I can see you a little. Yeah, I think I need it more in the light, so can they come up? It's the table in the way in the back, my left. They raised their hand. They're not now. Okay, see, come on down to the light a little bit. I'm sorry, I just want to be able to see who I'm talking to. Oh my gosh, this is the weirdest thing. Are you sisters? Okay, who has the mic? Oh, give them the mic. Because the weirdest, I gotta tell you, I think the cold is causing all kinds of, I knew you were sisters, not because I couldn't hear that anybody told me that. I saw you guys trick-or-treating. Like, when you came up here, I saw little girls trick-or-treating. It was the weirdest thing. Okay, now, who's got the mic?
I have it.
Okay, what's your name?
Joanne.
Joanne?
Yes.
Okay. Joanne, who is this gentleman?
My dad.
Yeah, I think so. You're like, I can't see your face, but you're like the same size as him. Does that make sense?
100%.
Yeah. All right, and so are there 3 of you girls back there?
No.
Just 2?
There's 2 of us here.
Do you have another sister?
We have lots of sisters.
Lots of sisters. All right, but according to your dad, and tell me if I'm wrong, he gives me the feeling that there's this and this. So in other words, there are 3 of you that are around the same age, and then there's the rest of them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Thank you. So, because he's giving me like, you 2 are close in age, is that correct?
Yes.
And there's 1 more like you that's not here tonight, correct?
Well, there's 5 altogether.
Okay. But are there 3 of you that are around the same age and then some that are not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, that's what he's telling me. Okay, hold on. Not that it's important, but he's telling me that. Did you understand quick passing for Dad?
Yes.
And can I just have Dad's name?
James.
James. I was waiting for that one. Okay, now, he keeps showing me being on the floor. Do you understand that at all?
Yes.
Thank you. And he gives me the feeling that I feel like he was either unconscious or passed when he was found there. Do you understand that?
No.
Okay. Because can I just tell you what he's telling me, and then you'll have to tell us what this means. He shows me going down on the floor, but then he shows me getting up like no big deal. But I feel like it was a big deal. Okay. So I didn't understand if he was passed and he was like, hey, this is no big deal, or what. Do you understand this at all? Why is he showing me getting up off the floor?
He was diagnosed like right before he passed with MS. and so he would fall a lot.
Okay, and then the falls were no big deal. Okay. Now, okay. He's also somebody that tried to like not make this, not just the fall, but any of it a big deal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And he would hide how bad things were getting because he would stay in his chair. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Thank you. And because he says his daughters all fuss over him too much, and he didn't want to have that happen.
Yeah.
All right. Now, give me your names again, Joanne and
Barbie. Barbie.
Barb. Why didn't I say it? But I was going to say who's Barbara, and I didn't say it. Okay. Hold on. They're all like, yeah, you're right. Okay, hold on. I want to. Okay, come on. I just. So this is weird. This is not my best reading, but I feel like I love your dad. Does that make sense? Like I feel like this is a man that he says, "Wait, hold up." He said, "Hold up." He's talking to me about as he's older in age, he's easier to deal with. Do you understand that? Say no, ladies, if it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. You have to say something because I can't see you, okay? Now, he gives me the feeling that he always tried to be a good dad, but he does give me a feeling that there was a phase in his earlier years as being a dad where he didn't do all the right things, and he doesn't want to get into it, but do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And he hopes that you guys have, like, and I don't, it's funny because I feel like the distance, like the ones that aren't the same age as you and the other one, like there's 3 and 2, don't feel the same about dad. Like you girls all have different opinions about dad.
Yes.
And he's hoping that most of you have forgiven him for the mistakes that he's made. He tried to do better at the end, and he hopes that you understand that.
Yes.
Okay. He feels like for the most part you all are still connected. Are you all siblings still in the living?
Yes.
But he gives me the feeling that one of you kind of distanced themselves from the rest. Do you understand that? Or there's a physical distance. They don't live
There
close.
is a physical difference.
Okay, thank you. I get it the same way, so I never know. Okay, so, and he's just saying to make sure that one is, even though they might not come or whatever, make sure they're included with the goings-on of the family. They might not always ask you, but they do want to hear. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and is mom passed too?
No.
She's in the living? So his mother obviously is passed, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Sorry, because he said I have mom here, so I didn't know if it was yours or his. And he's happy about that.
Yes.
And he is built like her too. Does that make sense?
100%.
Because they look like peas in a pod too that way. And so he's really happy about that, and he's happy not to have any health issues anymore.
Yes.
He does show me. Did your dad like to do yard work?
No, I wouldn't say. I would say that. No.
So I'm going to give this to you because he's showing it to me, and I kind of questioned him on it. He's showing me like the hedges or the rose bushes being done or needing to be done.
Oh my God. So, yeah, there's a rose bush. He kept trying to pull it out because he hated it, and it would not die. It wouldn't die, and then I had a clipping from it, and I left it in the garage for like 5 years, and I found it and planted it, and it grew. And we call it the dead rose bush.
Oh my God, you're driving him crazy. That's hysterical. Thank you for sharing that because I knew. He's like, why?
Yeah.
Why he was showing me that?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, not yard work. He wanted to get rid of it.
He's a character.
Yeah.
All right, and he's also talking to me about, and I don't feel like this is about him. Since he passed, he's given me the impression that someone was in the newspaper. I don't feel like it's about an obituary. That somebody had an article about them done, or somebody was like, and who knows now, they could be just on Facebook, you know, I don't know, but he's talking about somebody within the family being like acknowledged for something they did.
Kenny, my husband.
Okay. Tell him he thinks that's cool. Whatever this is, he says it's cool. Okay? All right. And he wants to say he loves your husband. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, and there's a bit of a buddy vibe to that.
Absolutely.
And also he has respect for your husband because sometimes your dad needed to be he says, sometimes I needed to be put in my place.
Yes.
Okay? And it feels like your husband would do that nicely, but like, look, Dad, you know, that's enough, like that.
Yeah.
And he respected him for that, and he wants him to know that, okay? He says, tell my girls I love them. And, you know, again, it was about the apology, and he wanted the opportunity to do that. And then he's also talking about somebody in the living who has the bad foot, quit playing around and get it checked out. Okay? Don't have a clue what I'm talking about?
I don't know, there's so many of us.
Okay. Well, you might find out after tonight.
Exactly.
But they shouldn't mess around, go get it taken care of.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And it's actually the left foot and has to do with the bottom, like almost like a plantar fasciitis or, you know, some kind of heel spur or something like that. Okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, ladies, thank you.
Thank you so much.